Okay, get yourself ready for your restorative practice. So we've got some rare warm weather here in the UK, which is probably thundering later, but it's nice for the moment. So just still have the extra layer on top of your usual mat, just to create a feeling of comfort and relaxation. So you might still, even when the weather's a bit warmer, you might still need a blanket to cover yourself with. You might want to cover your eyes because it might be bright in your room. So just use all of the same equipment that you would have for a typical British chilly day. So have a blanket for underneath your head, a bolster for underneath your knees, blocks underneath your feet, and then just allow yourself to release into the floor. You've got something to cover your eyes with, that's a good way to just enjoy a little bit of darkness, a little bit of weight on your eyes, just to allow your eyes to relax a little more rapidly. So draw yourself down into the floor. So it's a little while since we've had a restorative session, so enjoy the time where we just release into the floor. Let the legs relax into the ground. Let the legs relax into the ground. Remember that if you're not comfortable, then adjust until you are. Just enjoy these first couple of moments of total relaxation. So if you've been on the go all day, it's nice to be able to finally stop. Just giving yourself this hour of recuperation, this time to yourself is really valuable, because if you have been running around and doing things for other people all day, then it's good to just have this time to yourself where you can just relax, and then your energy will be replenished and you'll be able to share your energy again afterwards. And you'll be refreshed, restored. Your energy will be restored. So when we talk about restorative yoga, we're talking about the restoration of energy. Just allow the body to become heavy on the floor, unhooking the muscles of the arms and the legs, allowing the body to completely rely on the floor beneath you. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet. So the skin of the soles of the feet tingles with consciousness. Draw your attention into the soles of the feet and then completely relax the soles of the feet. Like a droplet of oil spreading on the surface of water. Just let the soles of the feet completely relax. Completely relaxing the soles of the feet. And then draw your attention towards the top of the foot, the skin of the top of the feet. Draw your attention to the top of your foot and then allow the tops of the feet to completely relax, the skin to soften and the muscles to soften underneath. So the skin on the top of the foot, the skin on the bottom of the feet to completely relax. Draw your attention into the shins and allow the shins to completely relax, letting the shin bone and the shin skin sink into the calf muscle. Draw your attention into the tops of the thighs. And then consciously allow the fronts of the thighs to sink into the backs of the thighs, letting the legs completely relax, allowing the kneecaps to relax, thighs and the shins to relax, tops of the feet and the bottoms of the feet. Just let the body relax into the floor. Just allowing the legs to completely relax into the ground. Draw your attention into the pelvis and into the abdomen. Just allowing the abdomen and the pelvic region to completely relax. Draw your attention into your abdomen and the pelvis and completely relax the muscles around the abdomen and the pelvis, allowing the body to release into the floor. Relaxing the abdomen and the pelvis and draw your attention into the chest cavity. Just relaxing the muscles around the ribs and around the shoulders. Just observe your breath. Listen to the sound of your breath and sink into the ground with the muscles around the chest with the out breath. Using your out breath, just sink into the floor, just relaxing the muscles around the chest and the shoulders. Relaxing your arms, allowing the upper arms and the forearms to really sink into the ground. Let go of the upper arms, the forearms, and allow the muscles in the hands to completely relax. Just relaxing the arms and the hands into the floor. Softening the muscles around the neck. And then finally softening the muscles around the face and the back of the head. Feeling that there's a downward action as if you're smoothing clay from the top of the head down to the temples, down to the eyebrows. And a downward action of the skin of the face down to the neck. Just allowing the body to relax into the floor. Just to enjoy the sensation of relaxation, just letting the body become light on the inside from the release of the muscles. Just allowing the body to just surrender into the straight line of the floor. Just enjoy this feeling of no expectation, just the opportunity to relax. Okay, when you're ready to disturb yourself, just gently wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and bring your feet onto the bolster. Just have the feet apart and the knees together, just resting your back into the floor. Just take the eye cover off, just to let your eyes gently recover. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. And then roll onto your right side. Straighten out your top leg. And then just come up into cross legs. Just observe your energy, observe how your energy has changed. So if you were wearing the eye pillow over your eyes, it can make your eyes a bit blurry for a little while, just a minute or two. They'll recover pretty quickly. Okay, so we'll do some poses that really stretch out that just give you lots of good energy. Side lying stretches I always find really good for this. So if you've got an oblong bolster like this, then use that. Otherwise, you can just use your other bolster. You want a block for your head, and that's it. So you're just going to sit on your side. Your knees are bent like this, and then you're going to lift over to the side, and the bolster is just going to be in the armpit chest area. Bring the shoulder down onto the floor, and then rest your head on the block. And then you're just going to raise your arm over your ear, and then let your arm just hang down over your ear. If that's uncomfortable for your shoulder, you can just get another block, and then perhaps you just rest your hand on top of that instead, or just rest your arm over your ear. So again, as ever, you'll just adjust until you feel really comfortable. So as you know, as we progress into the sequence, I'll speak less and less so that you can just use the time to completely relax without feeling like you have to listen. So you don't have to concentrate, you can just spend the time to release. So just try and breathe evenly into both lungs, evenly out of both lungs. So this practice is really beneficial for your energy. Particularly, I was feeling quite tired this afternoon as I was teaching. So this is just a really good opportunity to just restore your energy, to replenish your energy. Just commit to allowing the body to relax just for just another half an hour. Just enjoying this feeling of complete release. Okay, bring your top arm back just to rest on the hip, and then push your bottom elbow into the floor, and then just come up into cross leg position. Just observe your energy, just observe the feeling of elongation in the left side. And then just same pose, just the other side. So sit on the other hip, knees bent, just stretch your side along the bolster, have the shoulder on the floor, have the arm that's on the floor in a little right angle. And then again, stretch the top arm over your ear. So give it extra support if it needs it. And then allow yourself to release into the floor. Okay, and then just bring the top arm back to rest on the top hip. Push your bottom elbow into the floor and then just bring yourself back up into cross legs. Just feel that. Just observe the energy that you have released through your practice. So it's pretty profound, the energy that you release through these relaxation poses. Okay, we're going to do the butterfly pose. So we can do this with the bolster underneath the back, but create a little ramp if you can. So you've got one block on its end like that, one block on the higher end, and then you just create a little ramp there. And then you're going to just come down onto the floor, have your feet in the butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. If you've got a blanket handy, then unfold your blanket until it's like that, and then maybe fold it over so you've got this long, thin blanket, and then you can wrap it around the fronts of your shins, and then pull it between your legs. So it just keeps everything in place, keeps your knees nicely in position. So you've got the bolster around the top of your feet, around the insides of your feet, and then you just let your knees fall apart, and then just guide yourself down onto your bolster, and then just allow yourself to release onto the floor. Again, you can cover your eyes if you like, or at this stage I quite like to keep my eyes just closed. So again, observe your level of comfort. Does it feel comfortable? It should feel definitely comfortable, and if it doesn't, if one of the bolsters is, one of the blocks is in the wrong place, then just adjust until it does feel comfortable. So this pose opens up the front of the body, opens up the hips nicely, but the blanket between the feet, or between the feet and the shins, just gives you a bit of support. Try to keep your mind just focused on the breath and sensations of the physical body. Okay, push your hands into the floor and then just bring yourself up into cross legs. Just move the blanket from your knees and then just sit in cross legs for a moment. And then we're going to do an inversion. So if you're you should avoid doing inversions if you're on a period, or if you've got high or low blood pressure that isn't being managed with medication, or if you've got eye or ear infections. So any of those things, then avoid going upside down. Instead, you can just go back into the pose that we started with, the bolster underneath the knees, blocks underneath your feet, and the blanket underneath your head. Otherwise, you got your bolster, and then you're just gonna roll. You're gonna sit on the bolster, and then just roll yourself over until your legs are up the wall. So just the basic legs up the wall pose. All the poses are very literal in restorative yoga. So you just stretch your legs up the wall, and then you let your arms just rest over your head. The bolster is in the lower back. And then just let the legs release. If you find it difficult to let the legs relax, then you can get a belt and put the belt into a big loop or into a loop, and then just slide your feet into the belt, and then just tie your legs together, and then you'll stay in position. You'll be able to relax much more easily into the pose from there. So you can rest your hands on your lower ribs, or you can rest your arms over your head, just on the floor. So the legs up the wall pose. So this is a gentle inversion. Inversions are really beneficial for the immune system. They're very calming, and they help to level out your energy. So as ever, the aim is to just relax into it. Just try not to overwork your legs. Just let them relax. Okay, bend your knees. If you've got the belt on, just see if you can slip the belt off. Just roll over onto your side. And then just stay down on your side for a moment. Don't sit up too quickly. If you've been down on upside down for a little while, getting up too quickly can make you feel a bit dizzy. Just recover on your side for a moment. And then when you're ready, just sit yourself up. Again, just observe your energy. Observe how your energy has changed since we began. And then we'll just end our session in the same way that we began. So with a bolster underneath your knees, you don't necessarily need a bolster for blocks underneath your feet this time, but have a folded blanket for underneath your head. And then just bring yourself back down into your basic relaxation pose. The bolster underneath your knees, just folded blanket underneath your head. Just make sure you can stretch out. You can relax into the floor. And then for the last few minutes, we can just relax into the floor. Allow the body to become heavy on the ground. And then out of that heaviness, observe feeling of energetic lightness radiating from the bones and into the muscles. Into the organs. Into the flesh and the skin. Use your in-breath and your out-breath to distribute that feeling of energetic lightness down into the tips of the toes, into the fingertips, and up into the top of the head. Just drawing your breath into the tips of the fingers, the tips of the toes, and up into the top of the head. Okay, when you're ready to disturb yourself, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, just bring yourself back into this pose of Shavasana. And when you're ready, bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, have the feet apart, the knees together, just resting your back into the floor. And then just draw your knees in towards your chest, just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just a gentle massage on the spine. And then roll over onto your right side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into a seated position. Final cross legs with your hands in Namaste, a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. Conscious of the energy you have released through your relaxation practice this evening, that good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the restorative poses bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Spend a moment to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then very gently release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. And as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel as though you've really lifted your energy and just transformed your tired body and mind into a more lively one. So thank you very much for joining me.